Hey, what's up? I'm Sheila Matthews.
And I'm Martenzie Johnson.
And welcome to your favorite internet show, Logged In. So this week, we have a special guest joining us. He's been in the music game since 2011, having the college parties and the clubs lit with songs like Flex, Type Away, My Hitter, and he just recently released a new project called Family and Moolah under his new label, Rich Homie Entertainment. Rich Homie Quan, welcome to the show.
What it do, what it do, what it do.
We're excited to have you, and we're going to get started because we haven't seen you in a minute, and we've been missing you, me included.
I appreciate it.
For sure. We've seen that you've been working on new music, so congratulations on that. So let's just start with a catch-up. What's been happening in Rich Homie's world?
What's been happening in Rich Homie's world? Well, Rich Homie has been back active with the music for starters. Just signed a distro deal with Venice, you know what I'm saying? In the studio every day, taking care of those kids and watching a lot of sports.
How many kids do you have?
I have 5, man. Yes, sir.
Now, what happens when the kids outnumber the parents? How difficult is that?
It ain't really too hard, man. I have a great support team, support system around me. So when I'm not there, man, I have family members as well as team members, take care of the slack for me, man. So.
All right, well, speaking of sports, I gotta know, who are you rooting for nowadays?
Who am I rooting for? Depends on what sport we're talking. I like basketball, football, and baseball. So,
all right, let's go basketball.
Basketball, I love the Warriors, and I love the Hawks. I'm from Atlanta, so the Hawks. Football, the Falcons versus anybody, and the Braves. I like the Braves, you know what I'm saying? Former defending champs. We just got knocked out, so I'm a little upset about that.
How are you a fan of the Falcons and they didn't call you for their video to start the season? They called Rotimi, but they didn't call you?
Yeah. And I wasn't salty. Rotimi should have just respectfully declined. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he's from the A. What you're saying, you know what I'm saying? But nothing against him, man. It was a business. He not turned down no money. I know I wouldn't, but should have let an Atlanta native do it.
Now I feel you, and I'm happy that you said something about baseball because we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But on this note, let's get right into it. We're going to kick the show off with a segment called Explain This. So we done found some throwback pictures of you, and we're going to need you to explain what was happening in that moment.
I got you.
First one up. Explain this photo for us.
Oh, man, this photo here is like one of my favorite childhood photos. It's me and my brother at the Park Old National. We played for the Old National Pirates, and what's funny, we ended up winning state that year. So, you know what I'm saying? We ended up winning state that year. Shout out to my brother Dre, too.
Did you play Little League ever?
Yes, man. I played Little League all the way up until high school. Started at 4, I stopped at 18.
And what type of success did your teams have at that point?
Growing up, the park ball was always good. Park ball, my team was always good. High school, we sucked. But I was still a great player. I ended up getting a scholarship to go to Fort Valley, but I didn't go. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have kept playing baseball because those contracts them cats are getting now. Whew.
They in the 3s and the 4s, yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely different from music money.
You told MLB.com that your coaches were part of the reason why you stopped playing. What did they do that we have Rich Homie Quan but not Rich Homie Griffey?
I would just say I think the coaches then, my coaches that man now, they were a little too aggressive in the baseball game because my head baseball coach was also the head football coach of the team. And he tried to bring a football attitude on the baseball field, and that the rectangle doesn't match in the diamond. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't feeling it at all. I wasn't feeling it.
I appreciate it because we wouldn't have lifestyle without that. So good on that coach for pushing you out of baseball.
Thank you. Yeah. Still shout out to my high school baseball coach, Coach Moore. I still love you, man.
There we go. We're going to kick it over to photo number 2, which is one of my favorite photos.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions too, so we're just going to jump right in. Tell us what's happening in this moment right here.
We was at the BET Awards in Atlanta. It's my first time receiving an award. One of the best moments of my rap career. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for whatever question you want to ask about the picture.
Okay, you got a shirt on today, right? But I keep seeing pictures of you with no shirt on. Is that like the Rich Homie style? Like, what's it giving?
No, it's definitely not the Rich Homie style. At this moment, I think I had just performed. I don't know what my fur is, or maybe I was just so excited to run up there and get the the award, left it in the chair, but it's definitely there with me, just not on me.
Now, the second question isn't really about the photo, it's about what the photo represents. So this is a BET award that you won for My Hitter, which is not the original name of the song. We just, for PG reasons, we can't say it. But I have to imagine My Hitter wasn't the first choice for the radio edit song. So what other choices did you all have before you settled on My Hitter?
My hitter, my homie, whatever you would call your bro, man. We tried to fit everything in there. And My Hitter, that was definitely a YG thing, man. So I'm definitely glad that he did come up with that dope and dynamic word to replace the other word.
Is it because it sounds like the other word, you just switched a little word around?
For sure.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
And we didn't want to take the feeling away out of the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Had the streets hot. We're going to leave our audience to have some context clues of what the name would have been. But we're going to jump into what's happening with you now. So earlier this month, you dropped a new project titled Family and Moolah, and it's your first project released under your new label, Rich Homie Entertainment. And we're all so excited to hear you again and see you again. But you've taken a step back from music for a time. So what were some things that you worked on, either as a new owner of a label or just as a rapper, to prepare you for this new release?
Well, what prepared me for the new release and during the time you didn't hear me, that was more so Quan learning the business. With me being 100% indie now, I really want to take advantage of the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because all my former hits, I wasn't independent. So this was really like my growing up moment, and it was just life changing or career changing. You know, it's been fun, and I kind of like this way better, a whole lot.
For sure. I want to stay on you saying that you learned the business, right? And that's so important. I think a lot of artists are starting to realize that. So with you formerly being under a label, what did you learn that you took away now as a lesson when creating your own?
I took away just like being more in tune with my business every day, not taking off my artist cap and switching it with my CEO cap, being in tune on the phone calls, being CC'd on the emails. And it's just a lot more that comes with being a boss opposed to just calling yourself a boss. You know, I do payroll every 2 weeks, so it's just a little bit more. I want to have dynamics. I want to make sure I crossed all my T's and dotted my I's. So
I know you heard that bar he just gave us, right? If you see that in my new Instagram bio, I'm gonna credit you, but just know it came from you.
Thank you. Please, just add me. Just add me.
Now, that's the nitty gritty stuff of the business. I want to talk about the fun stuff. When people see you out in public, one, what's the best thing that they usually say to you? But then also, what's the most annoying thing that they do or say to you?
When I'm out in public, the most, and this, I guess we'll go with good first. The most thing I get asked the most, what they tell me, I'm not gonna even say what I get asked, more of a quote. Rich homie, you got me through high school, man. You got me through the army. But the downside of that is, I'll be like, you know, I'm still dropping music, right? Like, let me still get you through your life today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm growing, I'm evolving with my sound, talking about, you know, the things that's going around in my life. For example, real estate, investments, ownership. So it's just like me evolving and talking about that in my music to influence my peers as well as the youth, because they are the new generation.
Nah, for sure, because that's something that we were talking about before. I went to Bowie State, and I remember meeting you one time at CIAA in Charlotte, and your music was just like the sound, lit, right? Like lit. Your music was just the soundtrack for everything. Like Lifestyle would come on, we all act like we had the bands already. We had nothing but student loans, okay? So with that being said, and your music evolving, what can we expect from the new music of Rich Homie?
What can you expect from the new Rich Homie? You can expect Quan being himself. You can expect Quan evolving with his sound, like I say, talking about new things that's going on in my everyday life. You can expect a lot of energy. You can expect storytelling. And me just back to keeping it real on those down south 808s, man, and a nice snare and some cool hi-hats.
He said you can expect some beats. I know that's right.
For sure that. Definitely some head nodding. Might want to get you one of those little airport pillows. So, you know, definitely a lot of head nodding.
All right, well, when you were on the come up, me and a lot of your fans, we knew you for your mixtapes, right? So we picked 4 of your old mixtapes, and we want you to rank them, in your opinion, from 4 to 1.
All right, from 4 to 1.
Yes.
So 4 would have to be Back to the Basics.
Okay.
3 would have to be I Go In on Every Song. 2 would have to be Rich Gang.
Yeah.
featuring Thug, Free Thug. And number one would have to be Still Going In. And number one would be Still Going In only because like that's the tape that got the world on me. That's the tape that changed my life. That's the tape that got me out of my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say Still Going In, number one.
See, I'm here with the top two because Milk Marie, like to this day, you can play that song. Go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. We try to make it more of a feeling than a sound.
Yeah, speaking of Rich Gang, I think everyone has wanted to ask you this question. You were in the studio, so you were there when it happened. On the chorus of Lifestyle, what is our good sir, Young Thug, saying?
It depends on what part. I definitely know the lyrics. It's, hold on. Did a lot of just to live this here lifestyle.
That part, next.
Something like beginning. That's all I know.
I have to be going with the beat. I know I have to hear the beat. It's kind of hard just doing it without no rhythm right now, without hearing it. It sounds crazy, but I do know it. Like if I'm on stage, I definitely know it.
No, I feel you. I feel like too, if you were to
You
tell
got my
me.
head nodding over here.
Well, I'm happy that you said something about lyrics because we're gonna have some fun with some music later on the show too. But before we get into that, we grabbed some of Black Twitter's most talked about questions, and we want to know what you think about these questions.
Let's go. Let's go.
So this one just recently happened. We're gonna leave the rapper's name out of it, who was the victim of this. But if someone sells you $1,800 by accident and wants you to return it, do you send it back or do you block their number?
You definitely don't send it back. You don't even got to block the number because it's already sent. You know what I'm saying? I didn't commit a crime. I just accepted it. You know what I mean? But no, on another note, I probably would have sent like a 800 back, couple thousand. Just, I would have, you know what I'm saying, played it cool like that. The Atlanta in me.
You charge an interest, man.
For sure, it was
Come on,
mistake,
you better than that. You charge an interest.
That was $1,000 mistake.
It's
man.
like a restock fee, like a.
Yeah, That's why you got to take your time on those things. Like me, my Cash App and Zelle, I got a whole password. So right now here saying, still got to put in extra, to verify.
You got two-step authentication. Okay.
Wait, hold on. For journalistic purposes, what's your Cash App name? I just want to know. Asking for a friend.
What's the last few digits of your social security while we at it?
I got you, man. 54321.
Next question. The funniest rapper that you know, and if it's yourself, don't name yourself. Second best rapper if it's yourself.
Funny, just like in natural funny.
Yeah.
I would say Wiz Khalifa, man. I would definitely say Wiz Khalifa. His down to earthness, and he makes a joke out of everything. I don't know if it's probably because he's intoxicated, but everything he says, like, he got a great sense of humor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he funny sober or?
You rarely see him sober.
All right.
Shout out Wiz, man.
This is one of my favorite questions. What is the best HBCU homecoming that you've performed at?
I don't know. I've done a lot of them, and I don't want to, big up one more than I big up the other one. So I just want to shout out to all the HBCUs.
You should have said Bowie State.
I know, but I've yet to do that one. Then I don't want to, shun on no one else when I do so much of them. They give me all of them be turned, man. From Howard to Jackson State to FAMU to Grambling. So it's a number of them, but I enjoy all of them. It's definitely an experience. If you've never experienced it, so I would definitely say go try it.
I went to neither school, so I don't really care one way or the other. I like to see them argue on Twitter, which is the real HU? Is it Hampton University or Howard University?
I would say Howard, and I'm only saying Howard. It's a little more popular to me, so I would definitely say Howard. And nothing against the other one. Like, I think that was a trick question. Nothing against the other one. But big ups to Howard, man.
Shout out to Justin Tinsley. He's gonna love that answer. What's your favorite song that you've been featured on?
I would have to say all of them, but if I had to just, pick one, it would probably have to be My Hitter, because it's fun. It's a mood changer. I don't care where I'm at, what type of crowd I'm in front of. It's always love when I do that song, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of my feel-good songs, mood changer, like I said. So yeah, My Hitter, shout out YG and Mustard.
And one of the good things about the radio edit of the song is white people get to sing along with it and they don't get beat up,
Exactly. I think, and I ain't want to say that, so thank you for saying it. So, but I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely the dopest part. Like, just to see them hugging and stuff in the crowd, I love it.
You can do a PSA for us right now. Tell all the white people, do not sing the explicit version of that song.
Yes, white people, please do not sing the explicit version of that song. Never, ever.
You said
You know?
I'm not responsible for what happens
No,
if you do.
no, I am not. I am not. I am not.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up the Black Twitter questions with, if there was a movie about your life, which actor would you cast to play you?
It would have to be the, I don't know his name, but who plays Snowfall.
Oh, James
Damn,
Snowfall.
Idris, yeah.
Yeah, I would get him to play me.
And in this next segment, it's called Vibe Check. So we're gonna check your vibe to see if you can finish some lyrics for us, okay?
Okay, all right, let's go.
All right, so on Flex, how much money did you walk in with?
Was it 50,000?
30,000.
Man, oh, 30. Yeah, see, the number has went up. You know, I was looking at my pocket
He
today.
said my price went up.
Inflation. It's inflation. On Mamacita, you were still wearing long soccer shorts like who?
IDK, but I know you had to answer your hand, so could you give me some help on that one? Hint, hint. So it's kind of crazy because I don't write. So a lot of these songs have to be like when I hear it, but can you just tell me what I said? You got me. I'm open to.
Fabo, but yeah.
Okay.
All right, well,
You've written a lot of songs, it's okay.
For sure.
All right, so in Jermaine Dupris's Welcome to Atlanta, what time do the parties end?
They never end.
That's a good answer.
They never end.
That's a good answer.
JD. Yeah.
There we
Was
go.
it the right answer?
Well, it was 8 in
wrong
the morning,
answer,
but
yeah.
that's the same thing, right?
Bigger jeans, what type of jeans did you have to take back because the racks couldn't fit in them?
A Mary. That I know. A
Of course, you
Mary.
got that, okay.
There
All
we
right.
go.
No, because the other songs were like 10 years old, man. Like I don't have my lyric book in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't have my notebook on me.
You batting 1 for 4, that's good for the minors. You doing all right,
But I hit a homer though. That homer could have been a game saver,
No, home run is coming up next.
Yeah.
You gotta hit this
Okay.
one.
Yeah, this is the one, okay?
All right.
Biggie was playing Nintendo with C's and
C's and Alamo, something like that. Y'all dead wrong for that. Hold on. Man, Nintendo with C's and ain't his name like Alamo or something?
You've had like 10 years to.
And I still don't know it. Who was he playing Nintendo with? In New York? I'm sorry, New
Nino.
Yorkers. Oh, Nino. Yeah.
Just
Still
remember
didn't know.
New Jack City, and that'll keep you. Yeah.
Big shouts out to Biggie, man. I'm still stumbling.
All right, well, in this week's top 5, we Twitter and IG searched Rich Homie Quan, and we pulled 5
Okay.
posts up that we got, and we just want to get your first natural reaction to them.
Okay.
All right, so the first one says, 2011 through 2014, rap music is such an iconic time. I feel so nostalgic watching Rich Homie Quan videos when I'm 60. I will. That's going to be a moment.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that's a definitely inspiration. Thank you to that handler. I love that. It just made me feel good. Like we got a moment. So when I get old, I'm definitely looking forward to 60 now. You know what I mean? And just trying to make sure we still have those moments that we create today.
The family.
I don't know if I'll be able to do the dance then, but we'll definitely be head nodding.
You going to get a little
Head
two-step somewhere, a little vibe.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
All right, next one. Need a dude singing in my ear like Rich Homie Quan was Milk Marie.
I still perform that song to this day.
Yo, I
Shout
saw
out Milk Marie.
on Twitter, somebody's like, name a song that's not a gospel song, but feels like one when you hear it. It's really Milk Marie for me.
That's a bar. I like that one. That's a bar.
All right, next tweet. Rich Homie Quan graduated with a 3.2 from high school and had a full ride scholarship to Fort Valley. # smart rappers.
Yes, hashtag the smart rappers. Like I said earlier, I wish I would have went to school and played baseball. And maybe I would have been in the MLB, still on ESPN having this chat. So it's just funny how it worked out. God had other plans for me, So shout out to Big
ESPN
God.
right now.
Put a praise
it all
on it.
worked out.
Come on.
It
It
shout out
all
to Big
worked
God.
out.
All right, next tweet.
Rich Homie was ahead of his time. Do you believe that?
Oh, but look who said it. Mr. Glock.
Oh, that's Key Glock.
Yeah.
I would definitely say, I don't really like to toot my own horn. A lot of people say I have an old soul. So I guess, I was definitely ahead of my time. I'm still ahead of my time.
Talk your talk. I don't know if I can say
I'm
the
still ahead of my
SHIT
time.
word, but talk your okay? Yes.
That's right too. I like that, but I definitely, feel like I'm still ahead of my time.
There we go. All All right, next tweet. Rich Homie Quan once said, I swear these dudes aggravating like bed bugs, and he ain't lying.
And just let's say this: I've never had bed bugs, but I've heard the stories. And from the stories, I just thought that would be a bar if I just put it like aggravating like bed, but that's worse than like a gnat or a fly.
They hard to get rid of.
Yeah, you gotta pay cleaning fees at your apartment. Again, I've never.
That's a disclaimer. We never had them.
This never happened to me.
Hear about
but
them.
you know, in my lease it says if you get bed bugs, you gotta pay for them to exterminate the entire building. So.
Oh, I gotta start reading my leases, huh?
Yeah.
I never knew that. I thought they. Okay. All right. Well, we all learned something new today. And Rich Homie Quan, thank you for joining us today. Let the people know where they can find you on social media and where they can stream your new project.
All social media platforms, Rich Homie Quan, no spaces, one word. That's all social platforms. You know, hit me. I do hit back. I be in the DM a lot. You know, I be in the DM a lot, handling business. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know, reach out to me, man. Well, we're definitely going up. Family Moolah out everywhere. Stay tuned. We have more music dropping before this year out. And I would just say, don't write me off yet. I'm still here. 3 words. Rich Homie, baby.
There we go, Martenzie. As always, it's been a great time. Let the people know where they can find you on social media too.
On Instagram at MartenziJ and on Twitter at 10zJohnson.
And you can find me on Instagram at toldby.she and Twitter at toldbyshe. And remember, follow us on all platforms at Andscape. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what we should be talking about on the next show. Bye, everybody.